Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Proverbs 16, verse 3. Have you ever wondered why many plans fail? Maybe you've experienced that before. You made a plan, you said that's what I'm gonna do, but then along the way, it falls off, right? What is the number one reason why some plans fail? Let's talk about it. Hello, my name is Daphnée Antoine, and I am a real estate agent in the Chicagoland area. I help family become first-time home buyers. And then so this live tonight is talking about why plans fail. And the title is the number one reason why plans fail. And I'm gonna answer it right now. It's because of lack of system. Okay, when we do not have a system, it can cause our plan to fail. And we see this example from the Bible. If you're familiar with Moses' story of how God used him to help him free his people from slavery in Egypt. And then so Moses became the leader and that God appointed to lead his people. But then along the way, Moses got overwhelmed, okay? And he basically had a conversation, as a matter of fact, his father in law had a conversation with him to help him so that he doesn't become burdened or overwhelmed, so that he does not fall off the plan. Okay, and so we see this story in Exodus 18, where we see Moses' father-in-law Jethro visits him, and then basically is watching what he's doing and seeing his position, and basically visiting him at work. And then as he spent the whole day watching Moses, and then Moses was basically listening to cases from the Israelites and to help them solve the problems. And at the end of the day, Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came to him and said, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" Okay, and then so this is my this is my version, but let me tell you exactly what exactly what Jethro said. So if you read Exodus 18, let me see. I don't want to give you read a lot. You can always go back and read that story yourself. Okay, let's go to 5, right? No, 7. I'm sorry. So Jethro's father-in-law visited him, and then verse 7 says, so Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and bowed down and kissed him. They greeted each other and then went into the tent. Moses told his father-in-law about everything the Lord has done to Pharaoh and the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and about all the hardships they had met along the way, and how the Lord had saved them. And then so it continues to say, Jethro was delighted to hear about all the good things the Lord had done for Israel in rescuing them from the hand of the Egyptians. He said, praise be to the Lord who rescued you. I'm just gonna skip all of this. I'm gonna go to 13. The next day, Moses took his seat to serve as judge for the people, and they stood around him from morning till evening. When his father-in-law saw all that Moses was doing for the people, he said, what is this you are doing for the people? Why do you alone sit as judge? Why, while all these people stand around you from morning till evening? Okay, so basically Moses' father-in-law said, there's something wrong with your system right now. There's no need for all these people to be waiting on you. It's not helping them, it's not helping you. Okay, so he's pointing out that Moses does not have a system. And then Moses then answered him, that's Exodus 18 verse 15, because the people come to me to seek God will. When they Whenever they have a dispute, it is brought to me, and I decide between the parties and inform them of God's decree and instructions. Isn't that like many of us? um because if that's the system we created, then obviously that's the system that people are gonna follow. If we tell people that anytime, especially those of us who may be entrepreneur, who have a business, even running your own household, if anytime people have an issue, they want to you to help them solve it, that's because most likely that's what you've trained them to do. You've most likely told them whenever there's a situation, maybe you don't say it verbally, but then if you continue to allow it, then that means that you approve of it. And then Moses did not give him any other options. So if they kept coming to Moses and Moses kept listening to them, okay, then therefore they know that they're always gonna come to Moses. But then Moses also thought that he was the only answer too. So that could be similar to us. I'm not saying sometimes, if especially if we create our own business, we know what we want to accomplish. Sometimes we think that we're the only person who can do it, okay, but then that's not necessarily the case. Just because it's your business, it's your idea, there could be other people, who have different talent and who could be better at completing a task than you and I will be at it. Okay, so don't think that just because you're the head, then everybody has to come to you, and that nobody else can do it better. I'm not saying that's what Moses was thinking, but then that's what he said. He said, because the people come to me to say God will. Okay, and then so Moses' father-in-law replied, that's verse 17, why what you are doing is not good. Plain period. What you are doing is not good. I'm saying that to you as well. If you don't have a system, everybody comes to you, what you are doing is not good. You and these people who come to you will only wear yourselves out. The work is too heavy for you. You cannot handle it alone. Point blank. Whatever you're doing in life, you cannot do it alone. And I'm not saying because you cannot, but then why put all your energy into doing everything when you could delegate? Which is what Moses' father in law asked him to do. He said, listen now to me, and I will give you some advice. I'm giving you some advice. Listen to Jethro. He said, you must be the people's representative before God and bring the dispute to Him. Okay? So let's translate that to you being an entrepreneur, maybe the CEO of your business. Okay? You communicate the idea, you communicate the vision, right? And then next he said, teach them his decrees and instruction and show them the way that they are to live and how they are to behave. So you already communicate the idea. This is your goal. This is your vision. This is what you see for your company, right? And then you have to give instruction. Okay. You have to be able to basically let people know this is what you want them to do and this is how you want them to do it, but then not only verbally say it but also show them as well. This is basically the Bible. That's what the that's what the Bible is telling you. Okay, teach people what you want them to do, give them instruction, and show them how you want them to do it. That way it'll be easier for you to delegate because you know that you gave instruction, you show them, okay, and you taught them, okay. uh and then he also said, but select capable men from all the people, men who fear God. I'm reading from verse 21. Trustworthy men who hate dishonest gain, and appoint them as official over 1,000, hundreds, fifties, and tens. I know that a lot of people, or many people, may not want to delegate some stuff about the business or the life, whatever it is. They don't trust people to do it as well as they can do it. Okay, but then at the end of the day, it only falls to it only comes down to how did we end up having them in our company? Because at the end of the day, if we selected them properly, we went to a proper venting system, right? and then we select. I mean, obviously people change, you cannot dep- I don't want to say you cannot depend on that, but I'm saying that things may change, but then make sure your system of vetting people is solid, so that then you can actually trust the people that you put in your company, because you have a process, and your process is allowing you to pick people you can trust to delegate certain tasks to. So with that being said, and then verse 22 says, have them serve as judges for the people at all times, but have them bring every difficult case to you. The simple cases they can decide themselves. That will make your load lighter because they will share it with you. Okay? I'm pretty sure if you have a vision, if you have a goal, it's not like simple. Okay? And then so yes, delegate, but at the end of the day, let people know, okay, this is what you can handle on your own, but this is what I want you to come and share with me. Okay. So let them know, like, kind of like how to weave through the process of when they can handle it themselves and when they must involve you. Okay. And then verse 23 say, if you do this and God so commands, you will be able to stand the strain, and all these people will go home satisfied. Okay. When you involve other people in your plan and your vision, you teach them, you instruct them, you show them, you make sure that you have a system that properly, I don't want to hire people. I mean, like, if you hire people, you have to have a system that makes sure that you hire people with integrity, people who can actually do the work, so that you can actually trust them to do it, right? And then so make sure your system is robust, make sure your system is solid, so that way you will continue to succeed in all that you do. So, verse 24 says, Moses listened to his father in law and did everything he said. He chose capable men from all Israel and made them leaders of the people, officials of 1,000, hundreds, fifties, and tens. They serve as judges for the people at all times. The difficult cases they brought to Moses, but the simple one they decided themselves. This is what you and I should strive for. Having a system that help us to achieve our vision, to achieve our goals, so that we don't become overwhelmed, so that our plans do not fail. With that being said, thank you to those of you who are watching with me. Thank you for the likes. And again, I'm Daphnée Antoine. I hope you got something from what I share with you this evening. You can apply it in, I would say, any area of your life. And I'm sure there's something you can take from it that could help you to prosper. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being live with me. Let me know what resonates with you. Feel free to type it in the comment, and I will see you next Monday. If you or anyone you know have a need to are looking to become homeowners this year, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to serve you. I would love to serve your family. And I hope you have the best year ever. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Isaiah 60, verse 1. Get you a system. Have people with you who can help you, teach them, instruct them, show them, and you shall surely get to your goals. Have a great evening. See you Monday.